it comes to the Gazan society and to the Palestinian society, the Western people like to focus on the restrictions imposed by the traditional beliefs in the society on the women, being restricted from going out to work or pursuing her education. But actually, they usually choose to overlook that the Palestinian women are actually being involved in the suffering, in the process of actually trying to live a life that is restricted by the occupation in the first place. Women are trying to do their best. They go to pursue their education. They work. They try to build a society. They try to build their families and support their families and also start businesses even. Today I've been in this event where young ladies who are actually working as teaching assistants in the universities are saying and telling the people about Palestinian women, about the suffering they've been suffering for 60 years, over 60 years, about the violation against their rights, about how wrongly they are presented in the Western media. So Gazan women are trying to live the life that it is very difficult for them, as well as it is difficult for other men and even elderly and children. They are being involved not only in the process of building the community, but also in resisting the occupation. This must be highlighted, that we're not forced to resist, or we're not silenced. No, we're doing our share of the resistance and trying to live a life that is good enough for us, and then also to secure a better life for our children and grandchildren later.
Palestinian state on less than 22% of Palestine will be disconnected by illegal Israeli settlements, and it will turn out to be one thing, a Bantustan.
Exactly.
Yes. And in the eyes of the world, will be a people with a state. And most people will try to wonder why would Palestinians, for example, still resist the Israelis when they were guaranteed a state. It will be difficult to explain that the state we're supposed to have is not a state, is not virtually a state.
It sounds so much like the Rafah border when they said it's open. Because now everybody, when we talk to, they think that the Rafah border is open because after, what Egypt did. But anybody who goes there can see the suffering and the humiliation.
It is open until you go there.
A university student of Al-Azhar in Gaza. I'm here in solidarity with the administrative detainee in Israeli jails, Khadr Adnan. For Khadr Adnan's case, he was actually kidnapped with no charge, no trial, nothing. There are 310 administrative detainees in Israeli jails, so it's not only about Khadr Adnan, but he's our revolution,
احنا بالنهايه مش طالعين بس عشان عدنان خضر عدنان كشخص، لا احنا طالعين لقضيه كبيره وكامله يعني.
بتضامن مع الشيخ خضر عدنان. انا بتضامن مع الشيخ خضر عدنان. مرة بعرف طعم عشان بده يروح على الطاقة. أصير خضر عدنان.
Whoever murdered Victor is either a collaborator or just an absolute retard, because as Palestinians we all love Victor, we've always appreciated him. He's been more than a brother, he's been a Palestinian himself, and this is totally unacceptable from all Palestinians. On behalf of all Palestinians, whoever did this is either a collaborator or there has to be a hand plotting against Palestinians, because Palestinians can never plot against one who is devoting his entire life to save the Palestinian people. So this is totally absurd and ridiculous, and we can't even believe that he actually is gone. But he's always lived in our hearts.
كلنا فيتوريو كلنا فيتوريو فيتوريو قتلك عامل
من غزة وكل جانب
من غزة وكل جانب
Palestina libera
Palestina libera
Viva viva Victor
Viva viva Victor
وفنقولوا للإرهاب
وفنقولوا للإرهاب
فيكتور عنا لا مغاب
فيكتور عنا لا مغاب.
Now, after carefully analyzing army approaches, we found that the factual errors permeate the book and knowledge of Islam, which reflect the authors, if I might say, ignorance of the Arabic language and, of course, Islam. The pillars of Islam. Victor says the 5 pillars of Islam, which are martyrdom, the declaration of faith, zakat, charity, sound fasting for the month of Ramadan, Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca required by all Muslims who can afford it, and Salat, ritual prayer 5 times a day. Now, even if Victor can count, we should be able to enumerate 6 items here, not 5 as she said here. The first of which is martyrdom, which she argues that the entire society is brought up upon, and it's decidedly wrong. It's not one of the pillars of Islam, as we all know. As you'll have, both figures are actually wrong. He has not 10 children, not 13, they are only 8, as his own daughter stated. And now the shock, ladies and gentlemen, she said that she made an interview with the woman, Suhab, which we know now that her name is Su'ad, while we know that she died instantly on the ambush. Now the question was, who is Su'ad? Who did she interview while the woman, her name is Su'ad, and she died?
Focused on aspects and she neglected the other aspects the way she liked, as if like she wanted to give certain impressions about both sides, the Israeli and the Palestinian women. And that gives no chance for the leaders to judge objectively. That gives no chance for the leaders to judge objectively. And we know that the book is being marketed as being objective, as being brilliant.
Towards a better Gaza.
I hope that Gaza will be a place where history is more respected. We have a very glorious history, and I hope that each and every one of us works to glorify our history, bring it back as it used to be and even better. And I want everyone who left Gaza to regret having left it and to have a reason to come back.
Like when water drops collect together and become a river or a big sea, I hope that Gaza succeeds to collect all the positive people, and I hope that their collective energy will become something impressive and amazing. I wish people would look at Gaza as an inspirational place. I wish that they would look at the people, the Palestinians who are in Gaza, in admiration instead of in sympathy.
بهدل الدنيا كلها رسمي. يعني انا يعني نوع يعني جهه مني كانت انت مبسوط ماشي انه بقرا حاجه جميله يعني، بس الجهه الثانيه انه يعني خاف من ربك شويه. هو صح ملحد يعني، بس انا لحد النص اللي قراته، انا بحكي لحد النص اللي قراته يعني هو
كان ملحد.
اقول لك رياض فريند دمسكس انا اجاني نفس الاحساس انه انا عم بقرا بقول طب هذا الشخص عن جد يعني عيشني بقديش هو متوتر وقديش هو مش عارف حاله ولا عارف هو مين، وقديش انه مثلا عنده مشاكل نفسيه وعنده اضطراب هلا من ناحيه انه مثلا خصوصا لما مرته تحجبت، هو مش كيف انه تحجبت وحطت حجاب ومش عارف ايش، وهو كيف طول الوقت هو عم بيبحث عن الحقيقه. بتعرف كيف واحد انه عم بشك بكل شيء، بالديانات شك، بالناس كان عنده شك. فهو لدرجه انه بطل يثق بحاله ولا بالرساله. مش هو كان دكتور عم بيقدم انه البي اتش دي، قال انا حوقفها لان انا مش عارف ايش بعمل، انا وين رايح.
انه هو في رحله اكتشاف وهو بيبحث وهو بدور وضاع وتاه ولق في الكل، ما خلاش اشي، في الاخر لا يلاقي حاله. هذا اشي جدا جميل، يعني يفترض انت تنبسط.
جزء مني كان مبسوط.
شغلهم بيسكلي انهم بيروحوا على دولة نامية، مثلا بيروحوا على الاكوادور وبيقنعوا، هو هذا الشخص بني ادم بيقنع الحكومة تاعت الاكوادور انه انتم لازم انتم هيك بلدكم متخلفة، يعني لازم تهدوا كل هذه الغابات وسيبك من الانهار وكل الطبيعه لازم تهدها مثلا وتبني بدالها عمارات وناطحات سحاب وكل الحكي الفاضي هذا. الحكومه بتقنع، فمن وين بدها تجيب مصاري؟ بتبدأ من الحكومه الامريكيه. مين بده يبني؟ شركات امريكيه. فبيكون انه انت متضايق، يعني انت مديون للحكومه الامريكيه بمصاري عمرك بحياتك ما رح تقدر تسددها. وهي الفكره بيكون انهم يعطوهم ارقام خياليه، بنفس الوقت اللي بيجي بالميل انت يعني المفروض انك تدفع من الشيء اللي تدينته لحكومه امريكيه، لا لشركه امريكيه بتيجي تبني لك. فهيك يعني هي حلقه قذره.
Even in drama, they used to have all males on the stage. Even if it was a girl's woman, a guy would do it. Yes. And then later on, it became like females were involved, and now they started giving them like really big roles and like, you know, main roles. So I think it can be also related to feminism.
Come on, it's Shakespeare we're dealing with. The guy always had to create a massacre. We all died.
Well, actually, there is a way.
A way? What do you mean?
Yes, there's a man, actually a teacher.
To be like, those are witches and they're doing this to us and stuff like that, and people actually believe them. Now,
first he does say, I am a witch, but he cannot bring himself to accuse others. Actually, Proctor cannot even bring himself to sign his own confession.
Thanks to the efforts of McCarthy's House of Un-American Activities Committee, the whole U.S. became a crucible. At any time, any place, anywhere in the world, so we have to always be careful about our system of thought.
YouTube.
If we ever get it, we'll
YouTube.
just pass it on.
Thank you very much.
So we did